What these 60s beauties look like now. The 60s was a shining era of Bond mania, flower power, and iconic actresses whose beauty left an indelible mark in the world. Cher and the Beach Boys musically enchanted audiences, while Bridget Bardot, Sophia Loren, and other movie stars dominated fashion trends with their stunning looks. This decade's been memorialized through films, as well as by those who were lucky enough to experience it firsthand. Its legacy continues to sparkle in popular culture's collective memory even today. Achieving celebrity status isn't just about captivating an entire decade, it's also about remaining in the public eye, even after that time has passed. As these iconic 60s movie stars have proven, true star power is timeless and can transcend generations. To demonstrate this further, examine this list to see how some of the biggest personalities from yesteryear still shine today, some looking exactly as they did then, while others are unrecognizable now. Betty White. Betty White's the oldest star on the list, and it's not hard to see why. Her exceptional career in television lasted an incredible 8 decades. She starred in several famous series like The Mary Tyler Moore Show and The Golden Girls, while more recently she wowed viewers as part of the cast of the 2015 comedy hit Hot in Cleveland. Even at 90 years old, Betty was a force to be reckoned with. She was even honored with an additional special tribute celebration which aired on TV. Diana Rigg. With an incredible acting career spanning 6 decades, Diana Rigg's name is synonymous with excellence. For those who have adored her for many years, she will forever be remembered as the stunning Emma Peel in the beloved 60s series The Avengers. Incredibly though, this star has remained relevant to modern audiences due to her appearances on Doctor Who and Game of Thrones, thrilling us all once again with her formidable power and beauty. Barbara Eden. Barbara Eden rose to fame after her leading part in the popular 1965 comedy series I Dream of Jeannie. She continued her successful television career well into the 80s and 90s. Though she's had fewer roles in recent years, Barbara has made appearances on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, George Lopez, and Army Wives. Warren Beatty. Warren Beatty is a celebrated actor and director who's been acknowledged for his incredible body of work. With 14 Academy Award nominations and the honor of winning Best Director in 1981 for Reds, he most recently directed Rules Don't Apply, released in 2016, along with several other remarkable feature films. Bridget Bardot. During the 1960s, Bridget Bardot was a celebrated actress and model who graced the covers of magazines far and wide. However, she chose to retire from her celebrity life in 1973 and now devotes herself to being an avid animal welfare supporter. Diana Ross. After starting off as the lead singer of 60s pop powerhouse, The Supremes, superstar Diana Ross has since become an internationally renowned musician with sales in excess of 100 million records. Even after more than 50 years on stage and in the studio, she continues to dazzle audiences around the world with her captivating performances. Julie Newmar. Although she is an exceptionally talented actress, Julie Newmar will forever be remembered for her seductive depiction of Catwoman in the iconic and outrageous Batman television series. After that unforgettable performance, she's gone on to grace us with cameos in Columbo, Melrose Place, and According to Jim. Sophia Loren. From her role in Two Women in 1961 to Marriage Italian Style in 1965, Sophia Loren has solidified her place as one of Hollywood's most captivating, beautiful figures. Even after 8 decades in the film industry, Loren continues to mesmerize the world with appearances that are all too rare since 2010. Catherine Deneuve. Catherine Deneuve skyrocketed to fame with her daring performance in Roman Polanski's 1965 classic Repulsion. Since then, she's been a mainstay of French cinema and television alike. Her 2 sons have also taken after their mother, both achieving resounding success as actors in the French film industry. Frankie Avalon. From a young age, it was evident that singer Frankie Avalon had the star power to make it in show business. At just 11 years old, he made his television debut on the Jackie Gleason Show and subsequently went on to have 31 Billboard Top 100 hits throughout the 60s. After retiring from performing, he's gone on to follow one of his other passions, cooking. He even published an Italian cookbook back in 2015. It's clear that Avalon is not only talented but also passionate about exploring new endeavors. Dawn Wells. A household name due to her beloved good girl portrayal of Mary Ann in the iconic 60s show Gilligan's Island, Dawn Wells went on to express both her passions for cooking and TV when she made a guest appearance on the 2013 hit culinary game show Chopped. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of one of society's most revered sitcoms, Wells authored What Would Mary Ann Do?, a guide to life as an homage to the classic series. Tina Louise. Tina Louise experienced typecasting after her portrayal of Ginger on Gilligan's Island, which impeded her ability to receive serious roles in Hollywood. However, she didn't let this stop her from securing future jobs. Even now, she continues appearing mostly on TV shows, such as Roseanne and Married with Children. Raquel Welch. Without the ravishing Raquel Welch, pop culture wouldn't be what it is today. Her iconic role in 1 Million Years BC, donned in a bikini no less, quickly made her an international sensation and star of Hollywood's golden age. Consequently, Men's Health voted her as the second hottest woman of all time in 2011. Full disclosure, I voted for that too. In 2010, she then became a spokesmodel for MAC Cosmetics, yet another feather to add to this beautiful actress's cap. Ursula Andrus. For decades, Ursula Andrus had been remembered for her iconic role as Honey Ryder in the 1962 James Bond film Dr. No. Since then, she's only made a few appearances, most recently starring in the 2005 Swiss movie The Bird Preachers, leading us to ask, where have all these unforgettable Bond girls gone? Mia Farrow. Mia Farrow launched her career with a renowned moment in the historic 1968 movie Rosemary's Baby. Since then, she's kept active through sporadic filming and taking care of an impressive 14 children. Britt Eklund. The Swedish-born Britt Eklund was a coveted star and sex symbol in the late 60s, with appearances in notable films such as Get Carter. Shifting her focus to theater performances during the early 2000s, she's graced many stages across Britain. More recently, Eklund joined several reality television shows like The Real Housewives of Sweden, alongside having an appearance on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda, the iconic film star of the 60s and 70s, is still making waves today. Not only was she immensely popular for her acting roles during that time period, but also raised eyebrows with her political activism regarding the Vietnam War. She further cemented herself into pop culture history by releasing a series of highly successful at-home workout videos, which remain in demand even to this day. Her more recent appearances include The Butler in 2013, as well as Netflix's Grace and Frankie series, living proof that Jane continues to captivate audiences everywhere. Joan Collins. Joan Collins is a master of her craft and has proven this by starting out with small roles in the 1960s and then landing her most famous role, Alexis Carrington Colby, in Dynasty. She hasn't slowed down since, as she continues to star in various projects such as The Royals on E! Or American Horror Story. In addition to acting, Joan Collins is known for giving back, being patron of British Hospice, plus lending support to multiple orphanages based in India. Paul McCartney. The Beatles are arguably the most celebrated band in history. Despite various tensions within the group, Sir Paul McCartney has still joined his former bandmates at special reunions over time. He continues to make music and tour even today, with a steady stream of new works released every few years, proof that he's as vibrant now as ever. Marlo Thomas. With her captivating and humorous portrayal in the 1966 TV series That Girl, American actress Marlo Thomas rose to fame overnight. Her presence graced many comedies over 3 decades, from the 70s to the 90s. Some of her most memorable roles include guest appearances on Frasier, Friends, and Law & Order SVU. Laurie Saunders. As the beloved Bobby Joe Bradley on Petticoat Junction, Laurie Saunders garnered widespread adoration for 5 whole seasons from 1965 to 1970. Afterwards, she made appearances in several other television shows before retiring from acting altogether in 1980 and settling down with her husband. Tragically, though, their peaceful life was almost lost when they were caught up in a mudslide that could have cost them dearly, but not without some help. Fortunately enough, an angel came by in the name of Angel, who heard their cries and courageously rescued them both out of harm's way. Cher. Even while other celebrities may have come and gone, the incomparable goddess of pop, Cher, has maintained her impressive celebrity status over time. After headlining a wildly successful Vegas show in 2014, she went on to sell out multiple concerts on tour that same year. Sally Field. America fell head over heels in love with the endearing and feisty Sally Field when she first charmed audiences as Gidget on the 1965 television series of the same name. Since then, she went on to appear in both The Flying Nun and The Girl with Something Extra, before taking Hollywood by storm through her iconic roles in Smokey and the Bandit, Sybil, Norma Ray, Places in the Heart, and Steel Magnolias. Shirley Eaton. Shirley Eaton, the iconic blonde from 1964's James Bond classic Goldfinger, was a beloved star of her decade. She had enjoyed an almost 2-decade-long career prior to this role and kept acting for 5 years before retiring in 1969. Now living a peaceful life in London, England, Shirley will forever be remembered as one of cinema's most prominent figures. Twiggy. The iconic and unforgettable Leslie Hornby, better known as Twiggy, captivated the world with her unique beauty during the swinging 60s. She graced magazine covers and countless runways throughout that decade, becoming an internationally recognized style icon in the process. Today, she's transformed into a sweet-faced grandma who runs her very own fashion line while still inspiring people around the globe to stay true to their own individual style. Sarah Miles. From her iconic role in 1966 Blow Up to her Academy Award-nominated performance for 1970's Ryan's Daughter, English actress Sarah Miles cemented herself as a star of the 60s. Today, she's retired from acting with only 5 television or film credits since 2001. Lucia Paluzzi. Lucia Paluzzi became an iconic Bond girl after appearing in the 1965 classic Thunderball. During her time as an actress throughout the 60s and 70s, she featured in several movies before retiring in 1978 to Rome, where she currently lives with her husband. The Beach Boys. The Beach Boys quickly rose to the top of the rock in the 1960s with their debut album Surfin' Safari in 1962. Since then, they've produced nearly 30 studio albums, most recently releasing That's Why God Made the Radio in 2012. With a successful career spanning over 50 years, it's no surprise that the Beach Boys are still widely recognized as one of America's classic bands today. Little Richard. As a trailblazer of meshing together rock, funk, and soul in the 1960s, Little Richard was honored with an induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986. Just recently, he amazed crowds at Las Vegas's Orleans Hotel by headlining a show there. Shirley MacLaine. Shirley MacLaine, the legendary actress and activist, debuted in Alfred Hitchcock's celebrated black comedy, The Trouble with Harry. Since then, she's featured prominently in numerous movies, such as 2016's Wild Oats, and she received an AFI Lifetime Achievement Award in 2012, a prestigious recognition of her considerable contributions to entertainment. Claudia Cardinale. All fans of comedy and mystery films should recognize the talented Claudia Cardinale for her role in the classic 1963 movie The Pink Panther. Not only did she recently star alongside Dakota Fanning in 2014's Effie Gray, but she also continues to be a presence on Italian cinema screens. Julie Christie. With her Academy Award-winning performance in Dr. Zhivago, Julie Christie skyrocketed to stardom. In recent years, she's made appearances in popular films such as Red Riding Hood, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Finding Neverland. Julie Andrews. After her breakthrough role in 1965's The Sound of Music, Julie Andrews worked tirelessly to reinvent herself into an edgier image during the 70s and 80s. After semi-retiring from acting for a period of time, she made a triumphant return with roles in Princess Diaries films alongside Anne Hathaway. In addition to this body of work, Julie has also lent her voice to Shrek and Despicable Me. Pat Boone. Pat Boone is a renowned country and gospel artist who sold an astonishing 42 million records. In 6 decades of films, his earliest being 1957's Journey to the Center of the Earth. Most recently, he was featured on TV series such as Frasier and Seventh Heaven, plus 2016's film God's Not Dead 2. Debbie Reynolds. The multi-talented Debbie Reynolds, who captivated both the singing and acting world in the 1960s with her magnetic performances in How the West Was Won in 1963 and The Singing Nun in 1966, was feted for accomplishments when she accepted an Academy Awards Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award. That award would be one of many tributes given to this luminary before her untimely passing away at the end of 2016. Kim Novak. After Kim Novak secured her breakthrough part in the 1958 Hitchcock classic Vertigo, she saw success as a Hollywood actress throughout the 1960s due to roles in films like The Notorious Landlady and Boys' Night Out. Although Novak officially retired from acting in 1992, she continues to make sporadic red carpet appearances today. Katharine Ross. Katharine Ross was praised by critics for her iconic role in 1967's The Graduate, launching a successful career throughout the 70s and 80s. A renowned actress to this day, Ross has acted on both TV and film, most notably Donnie Darko, all while accumulating an impressive accolade collection that continues to grow. Tanya Mallett. Tanya Mallett, the English actress and distant cousin of Helen Mirren, achieved remarkable fame in the early 1960s as a model and movie star. She particularly shone when she portrayed Tilly Masterson on 1964's Goldfinger, making her an iconic Bond girl around the world. After 1976, Tanya hung up her hat and now calls England home with her family. Gina Lollobrigida. Gina Lollobrigida was an iconic sex symbol of the 60s, but her career shifted in the late 70s when she became a photojournalist. Her most notable accomplishment during that period of time was taking part in an interview with Cuba's Fidel Castro. Subsequently, Lollobrigida has led a peaceful life away from the spotlight while residing in Italy.